Okay, so George Smith asks, what is everyone usually found doing 10 minutes before you're on stage to play? I don't know why I said that like that.
10 minutes before, we're usually together in the green room doing a weird warm-up, something.
We always try and mix it up with the warm-ups because we don't want it to we can't settle on one specific warm-up. Just something that kind of keeps us pumped.
Yeah, something exciting that gets us all. We're usually trying to get psyched for the show. So, and then
we used to do it where everyone would just kind of randomly go together, but now we try and all stay in the same place 10 minutes before.
Yeah,
just to make sure,
just so no one gets lost. It's like a bunch of little kids.
Exactly.
Next question comes from Philippa Bennett. I think I'm saying that correctly.
Benet.
Are you planning a new album soon? Also, come to the UK. Yes, we are. We are planning for a new album release. We don't have a official release date yet, but we have recorded a lot of new music, and we have new music coming out very, very soon. So yes,
definitely. And we would love to come to the UK in a heartbeat.
Yes, we're also working on that. So.
Annika Konko, I'm going to pronounce this wrong, Koskoyeya, because that's 2 L's. I think you pronounce it as a Y. Did you ever think that your fame would reach Asia? No. I think that the fact that we're getting the chance to play in Asia is just like the craziest thing in the world. Not that I ever doubted that it could be something that's possible. I just thought that it was, I don't know.
I just think the fact that you guys call it fame is pretty surreal already. The fact that we've had success. Anyway.
The fact that we're successful.
Well, amazes me. Not saying like it shouldn't happen, but it's just kind of weird when you sit back and you really think about what's going on. At least for us, we're pretty blessed. Next question is from Carly Monares. I think, is that right? Carly Monares. What was the weirdest song you guys wrote?
I think the weirdest song is a song called Tragedy, which is a song on our 2007 EP. And it was one of the first songs we wrote, if not maybe the first one. And it's just a mess of a song.
Yeah, it really has no structure to it. That was early songwriting when we didn't really...
We just kind of were throwing stuff at a wall, and song sounds like that.
I scream at the end of it, and it's just it's like when you go to Denny's and you get a giant sampler of everything,
and it all tastes terrible,
and it's all bad because it's Denny's. So
sorry, Denny's, we love you. Ricky Aquino says, "What gives you hope?" What gives you hope, Joel?
What gives me hope? My faith, I would say, for me.
For me, it is seeing a small grandmother being assisted
across the street.
I see that. I look at that. I see the hope in her eyes when she sees another youngster walking her across the street, and I go, "There's some hope in those eyes."
That's a pretty vague question because it depends on in what context.
Well, I didn't see there were no parentheses to suggest context, so we went with what we knew. All right, next question.
Venus Van Sant.
Wow,
that's an interesting name. I like that name.
Part of the famous Van Sant family of ventriloquists.
Of course. What is your favorite holiday and why?
My favorite holiday is a lovely, lovely holiday called Kwanzaa.
Shut up. Not Kwanzaa. You get to wear a lot of colorful robes?
A lot of colorful robes. My favorite holiday is a holiday called Hanukkah. Anyone familiar with that one? The miracle happened, and they celebrate that, and it's nice.
My favorite holiday is Christmas, which is around Hanukkah time, and I like it. I just like that time of year, and I like the music, and I like everything about it. It's just a nice time, and you get to spend time with family. I sound like a 40-year-old woman.
You do. You do.
I just want to be with my family.
I just want to have a nice time with my family. Emily Lee asks, what happens when you guys have disagreements? What used to happen back in the day is we would not communicate at all, and we actually would hold those grudges inside. And it was one of the reasons why I think we came close to having some real breakup situations.
We had some issues on our first tour.
But then I think once you get past that stage of like the dealing with being honest, that's when I think
also just as you get older, you learn how to deal with people and their weird things that they have, and we've all kind of learned that about each other, and we've learned how to deal with it and not step on any toes. So
agreed. All right,
next question comes from Jennifer LeBlanc, and she asks, have you ever thought about playing a home show where you play mostly old songs? We don't think about that ever, actually, because
we don't know how to
most
play
of our old songs,
songs.
We don't even remember how to play. I tell a lot of people this, is that, Sean has to relearn. We have to listen to recordings, and I have to literally Google the lyrics sometimes to relearn.
I think better than that would be to play a show where we go under a different band and play covers of songs that are really terrible.
We've actually thought about that.
We've legitimately thought about it. Yeah, we've legitimately thought about
that. There is actually a chance that could happen.
Watch out for a different band name change in the near future. Alina Luhan says, if you could take credit for any song, what song would it be? I would take credit for the song In Your Eyes by Peter Gabriel, because it's my favorite song ever, and I would love to say that it was mine, but sometimes I actually do, because a lot of people don't know who does that song, so I just say I did that song, and then they think that I am a really good songwriter. But it's not true.
I would take credit for the song Happy Birthday, because that's a popular. that's a really popular one. Next question comes from Julia Bowden. She asks, what do you guys like to do when you have a day off while on tour?
I enjoy the culinary arts, not just the festivals, but also the restaurants that partake in that, and we venture to
We do. We happen to have a tour manager who fancies himself a foodie.
He's also fancy.
He's fancy too, and he likes to find all the hot spots in the areas surrounding the venue, and we usually check out whatever place is popular there for food. So, and just poking around the city.
Don't say poking
when
around.
When we have time to do it, we like to poke around in the city.
We like to poke around the city. Give that city a good poke.
Like a Facebook poke.
Okay. Jessica Pascarella writes, did you ever listen to your older music and think, oh God, why?
Yes.
Every day.
Yeah.
No, there are songs that are older that I like to look back on and go, I don't know how that became pop, like how we thought that would have been a good idea. But I'm not going to say which songs, because then it might ruin it for some people. But there are definitely songs there that I would go.
It's just like looking at a mirror of yourself, but you see the past, and it's just, at least for me, like when I hear old recordings and I hear, I'm not very happy.
We have recordings from way back when that sound lovely. Maybe one day we'll release those. Maybe not.
Yeah. Last question comes from Yvette Cruz. She asks, what does 2012 have in store for this century?
How about more? That question should be, what does this century have in store for 2012?
Yeah. And that's a lot. New music, music videos, tours, international tours. I guess that could be considered tours. A lot of stuff. We have mostly it's new music that we're focusing on, and I think it's a fresh new angle of the band that people haven't heard yet, and so we're excited to share that with you. And Sean's gonna hold up his fingers for 2012 a lot. He does that.
I just hold up my fingers. I don't know why. But thank you guys for all your questions, and I hope we've answered things that we haven't answered yet. And if not, then too bad, because I don't know other questions. These are the ones that we have.
This is what you get.
This is what you get when you guzzle down sweets.
Yeah.
Eating as much as an elephant eats.
Maybe we should do another closer.
What's wrong with that one? We could use that one.
We'll do another closer.
Okay.
Thank you, everyone, for your questions. We'll just keep them all.
All right.
Who cares?
Close that hole.
I talk about editing, but I'm not going to edit this. I'm going to probably leave this in here, too, so whatever.
I'm not stressed about it.
Anyways, thanks for your questions, guys.
See you later, alligator.
Bye.
Crocodile.
Catch you on the flip side.
Of the coin.
Dang it, I always think Spacebar's going to stop it.